Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Panther Airsoft Folding Table Talk. This is episode 78. 78. We're just 2 episodes away from 80, guys, and we're old as AF. Old AF. Screwed it up. Don't laugh at me.
I'm laughing with you. I'm not laughing at you.
I'm laughing at you.
All right, so this is going to be a little bit of a different segment. This is more of Q&A or ask me anything. I like to say questions and answer. A lot of people call it ask me anything or AMA in Reddit. So we're going to be going over some fun little questions that the community has given us. But before we do that, we will go through some questions that we've sort of fabricated on our own, and we'd like to answer them for you. For that, we're going to do some general introductions here on who we are. I'm sure you already know who we are, but we're going to state out who we are, and then as well as our positions at Panther and what we do at Panther. I guess I'll start off with myself. My name is Poi. I guess I'll do a long-winded one here. I used to run, before this podcast, I used to run Poi159 as a YouTube channel. I ran, 10 years ago, I was doing videos on just Airsoft in general. I
Gameplay and
I
everything.
do a lot of weird videos to have like video gameplay, and I have like me snowboarding, me hiking, me doing all kinds of stuff. And then Airsoft came in, and I did a lot more Airsoft videos, and then I worked my way up from there. I used to run an old team as well before I came into Airsoft, so that's why you see Walking Dead on the previous videos, and then afterwards it became Meme Team.
Rip.
And then now that's our team. I got Mac and Tack over here, part of the team. And yeah, these two approached me to start a podcast. I was basically going, yeah, I know how to do that.
Okay, you gotta start off the fact that we work there. That's why. Okay,
Yes,
you
yes.
did end up becoming staff. Okay, it didn't
Yes,
like
yes.
happen.
So yes, I am staff at Panther. I deal with marketing back then before the podcast. I was just taking photos. I was taking videos. I was doing the live stream. I don't know if you guys remember the live stream. Those are
I
always
do.
fun.
I
I
miss
love
those.
those. I love those.
Those were
I
what
miss
brought me
those
in.
days of
Yeah.
live stream, guys.
That's-
If you want me to do another live stream like that again,
Yeah.
let me know, and I will take a hit on my data.
I think I might hack you. I think I might hack you for a day and steal it and just go live.
Yeah. Again, depends on my data. Actually, I don't care. Just go for it.
I'll do the
let us
Panther
let
one.
us know if you guys like those segments, because I started off with a lot of media stuff, just taking photos, Pat taking photos, me doing the live segments. That's how we did, and then Elliot saw the potential for going further with that, and
Mhm.
it's great to have content at the field, right? And then people showing off like their gear kits, just gameplay in general, or just YouTube videos in general. So came in there, and yeah, like I said, Mac Tac, you came up to me, and then you're like, we need to talk about podcast, like we need to talk about like West Coast Airsoft. There's not a lot of news. Everything was over at like back east. And
Well, just Ontario. Be specific.
Ontario.
It's Ontario.
It's Ontario. Everything Airsoft.
Everything's Ontario.
Airsoft Canada is Ontario. BC Airsoft kind of lacking because
BC Airsoft lets me down
Yeah,
all the time.
I post there once in a while and I don't get likes. It's just how it is, right? But yeah, that's
We can see how many times it's been seen,
Yeah.
right, guys?
Yeah. And so what is my position at Panther? So I am, I guess, your customer service rep at that point. I
don't think you get such
your-
a generic title. You're the
No.
media.
Yeah, I do the marketing. I don't really do marketing as in like creating like all kinds of crazy stuff. I just deal with like this, which is in this show I'm the producer
Hmm.
and manager, editor, and as well as host. So those are my positions here. Those are pretty hard roles to fill actually, because being the tech guy to do all of this podcast stuff, it's fun. I like it. I like doing that kind of stuff, and it's a work that gets underappreciated sometimes, because like you do all the editing, and then the talent's at the front, right? So Mac, you're beautiful talent. Love it.
I'm sorry. Like, should I leave right
No,
now?
no,
Like,
no.
holy,
You're-
is this
you're
director's
awesome,
cut
dude.
right now? Like,
No. You're awesome. That's why actors get paid a lot, and then the producers and directors get paid a lot more as well. Hey, equal share, right?
There's
Anyways,
that 10%
They're the ones
commission
you
fee.
never hear how much they get paid.
Yeah. Anyways, like No, I prefer to work at the back end, and I prefer it that way because there is a lot of work involved when it comes to making segments or podcasts or generally just managing everything in the back end. So there's a lot of work that happens in the background, and I like the work. I like the appreciation I get from the fans that we get too, which is awesome because they know how hard it is to run these shows and such. So that is me in a nutshell. Yeah, we'll take it into. Let's go with Tack since you're the second oldest here, I guess.
Go ahead, Tack.
Tack, give us a history.
Yeah, go ahead, Tack.
No,
Who-
go ahead, Tack.
Go ahead,
Go
Tack.
ahead.
Second
You're
oldest,
the
eh?
second oldest. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Tack.
Wait, who is the oldest?
Go ahead, Tack. You're the second oldest here.
No, go ahead, Mac.
Tack.
Yeah,
You
you're the
can't keep
oldest.
going back and forth with me.
I'm
here.
so confused. Who's who?
Tack is the oldest. Boy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, Tack, take it away.
Okay. Well, hey guys, I'm Tack. I'm I'm like what do you call it? The field tech? Yeah, field tech at Panther. You guys can see me sitting down, usually not in front of you guys. You guys will usually see me over the table when you guys come into the shop or whatever it is, problems. You'll also catch me out there with Mac sometimes helping out with some of the games. And also you will catch me out there in really trashy looking gear like a normal person. So if you do anything wrong, I'm gonna catch you. But yeah, let's see here. I guess the other part of me is that I help run the hosting side of the Path and Panther Pan. See here. This lad, it's like I wouldn't say I'm the talent. I can't say that. We max talent down there.
That's not true. That's not true. You
Yeah,
guys are
but,
all talented.
No. We all do our part here equally. I think that's
yeah.
that's
But,
the best part.
But yeah, that's mostly what I do is I mostly just fix, you guys stuff. I try to get you guys able to go out there and play and stuff like that. If I'm lacking the parts or whatnot, then I'll tell you guys what it is. But if I got the parts and whatnot, I'll try my best and get you guys hopefully operational in 30 minutes or less. If not, it's gonna be a bad day.
When you're one of those quick mechanics at the field, if you can't fix it within 15 minutes, yeah.
I just rather not waste people's time, like you're paying already to go out there and play and stuff like that. So might as well go get, the most out of your day, and if you really want to spend the extra time to get your thing back to 100% and stuff like that, or you're looking for that really specific part and whatnot, it's going to be realistically not going to happen in that day, so, there's that. That also happens when you have niche stuff and you want niche parts. Not saying that everything's niche, I'm just saying that because but anyways, that's it from me, guys. You'll catch me out on the field or inside the shop. I'm gonna throw it down to Mac there to introduce himself or reintroduce himself. Hi, Mac.
Hey, Mac.
Hi, I'm Mac from Panther.
What a talent. I love it.
I'm nothing, guys. You guys are the ones that help me out. Okay. Where do I even start? I mean, I don't even know. We've been doing this now for 78 episodes. I love you guys. We were family before.
Almost 2 years now.
Yeah, we are
Almost 2
family,
years, yeah.
Tack, unfortunately.
Oh.
But yeah, we've been friends for a while, and then we've been doing this together now for a bit, and it's been a good chunk. The reasons that we started have maybe slightly altered, but our main mandate and goal has definitely stayed the same about, growing the community and coming together, giving a place for, positive, constructive discussions and a place where, everyone can belong, and everyone that I've interacted with and everything like that has seemed to have a good time. I know we've had a few negative things in there too, but that happens with growth, right? And with change comes friction, but hopefully all of this goes well. But okay, so just to get into it, I'm Mac from Panther Airsoft, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Panther Airsoft Folding Table Talk. I know that's a mouthful, guys, but it's the PAFTT. And then I'm also one of the key anchors for the PAN, the Panther Airsoft News network that we have been running out and everything. So get your real fake news. It's your boy. I'm better than Walter Cronkite.
Don't forget, you are also the field reporters as well for both of you guys.
Well, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, like, like we are the anchors and the field reporters. So you guys are going to see some comedic bits coming up here. We got some stuff working. But yeah, so other than that, my main job at the field is mainly since I became hired from Elliot and everything like that, is I'm one of the main public relations reps. So, a lot of the new players and everything like that, I can either take them around for a tour or take them around for the facility and kind of show them the ropes. Sometimes I can even throw some gear on real quick and go play with them just to make sure that they are comfortable. I'm just that everything guy that a lot of people come talk to and kind of ask where or how to do things. So that's one of my great things that I do at the field, is making sure that everybody's having a fun and safe time, whether it comes to following the rules of the gameplay and everything. I'm also a floating referee, so I go out there all the time to help the young referees out, because sometimes we get a lot of numbers, and as we get into the better weather, we're going to have a lot more bigger games, and when it comes to bigger games, there's more chances for disputes and everything like that. So more eyes out there and everything like that are better to help dissipate those sorts of things. But I also am what else do I do there? Oh God, I do so much. I do help with the field maintenance and field upgrades and everything like that. And we have been working hard to try and get some things going, but we are working around film, and also I have a day job. So the people that have been asking me where the city upgrades at.
It's not like we're there every weekend or every weekday, We have day jobs.
Well, I do have a day job, right?
Yeah.
And I do go there sometimes during the week, but it's just like,
wait, what?
yeah,
Damn.
dude, it's all over the place, man. I'm 7 days right now. But we do it out of love, and I really appreciate all the people that come up and show us their appreciation, tell us about how much they love the last show, or tell us about a topic that they really liked, or tell us about something that they want to see and stuff like that. So, because I always bring it up, I always talk about it in our after show host chat, just so everyone knows. If you tell me something, we do talk about it. So even if it's dumb, I do share. But that's pretty much it for me. I'm just a big part of Panther. That's what it is, guys. Like, I started off coming out there originally with my brother, and we joined, and I was playing with that big group of guys. We turned into Trainwreck, and that was a great airsoft team. And now everyone has kind of moved on to better. Like, Trainwreck is still there. They're great guys. I love them all. But for myself, ever since I started opening the Mac and Tactical Shop, and we're renting.
You're
our guns
sticking
out.
with it, yeah.
It's probably happening. It's gonna happen so many times.
Business license.
The Mac and Tactical Shop. So we got Field Tech Tac down there. He's working away, and we also have guns to rent out. Because a lot of people always have the misconception that rental guns are absolutely terrible. So I can confidently say that I've taken my rental guns out, each one of them, and I've slapped you, like. Anyone who's I've slapped you, like people who are listening, people who watch this later and stuff like that, they're like, he's lying. I'm like, are you sure? Pretty sure I've shot you. Okay, but that being said, I'm just a big part of Panther, and I look at a whole picture. So I want to make sure that everyone here in the Panther Airsoft community has a great time, and I want to make sure Airsoft has a great time, because it's something that I love, I find near and dear, and it's where all my friends and my family are.
Excellent. See, I mean, you play a big role in this community, right? Like me in the back end, you don't get to hear a lot because I manage a lot of the managerial stuff. But you out there, you make a big part of the community, and you're like a big voice in the community too. Especially when someone forgets their barrel bag, you are the big voice out there. And Mag, Anyways, you just have a lovely big voice. Hey, where's your barrel bag?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm not.
He's not. He does. He'll tell you how it is. That's how he is. Okay. So we're gonna be answering a little bit of our own questions here before we get into some of the Q&As or Ask Me Anything from you guys. We're gonna be reflecting on I know it's kind of a meme, but we're gonna be reflecting on our old podcast first because we did have, I think it was episode 20, episode 22, when we were so young and naive back then. I think 20 episodes, we were pretty confident that we were doing so well. You know, we're at what, 78 now, and we promised that every 20 shows or something we'll do some sort of Q&A. I think that kind of slipped off our radar, honestly. I think we were just having way too much fun, just making so many different topics that we forgot to come back to this.
Mhm.
It's great to sort of lay back and have the community not question us, but provide us some questions.
Why they're questioning our authority?
Yeah.
Who are you to dictate the game? Who
So
said game's
this
over?
is a good opportunity for you guys to ask us any questions, and we will answer it for you. And yeah, before we get started, let's just start with us. I like, from both of you, how have you seen like this podcast grown? Like, has it grown exponentially in what you thought it would be, or is it still rising, or what's your opinion on it?
Jack, you want to go first, or?
You can go first. Yeah.
Okay. So I think it is exceeded expectations wildly from what it was originally kind of like thought out and just kind of ragtag thrown together there and stuff like that. And I say that just because again I am not involved on the IT tech end of it. So Poi, I know that is a heavy load on your shoulders, and I do know you enjoy it because you're an IT guy, but still at the same time I love you. Like, thank you for doing and taking on that workload, because it is another job, right? And that's what people don't understand.
I don't get the foresight of what you guys see out there at the field and what you hear out there, because most of the time I'm working, like I said, I'm working at the back end. I'm busy. When I'm filming something, I'm usually just laser focused on what I need to do to accomplish things, right?
Yeah, and then we're the ones that bring you up out of the light here, right?
Yeah.
And put into perspective what you need to shoot next. Boy, this is going on. Okay.
Yeah, and then I start brainstorming, writing stuff down, and then you guys, and then we actually do the show, and then afterwards the after show part is basically just like me doing all the all the text stuff, uploading, doing this, and I'm like, okay, now it's like 12 o'clock, I'm going to sleep.
Exactly. So I really enjoy where it's gone now, because like honestly, like I thought it would just be a couple of people here from Panther and everything like that, and the Discord has kind of like really blown up. Sometimes there's some really, really engaging talks going on during the evenings or during the day and stuff like that with people depending on their time schedules. And the gear channel or the specific channels have really helped for funneling those sorts of discussions and stuff. So that's really helpful. One of my favorite additions is adding that flex channel. Like that was like just seeing people show off, because
it was your idea.
Well, I know everybody wants to show off, right? Like, I mean, I like showing off what I have, because I mean, some people might find different things cool, and that's fine, because like that's what that channel's for. And like again, I know some people have posted some like meme stuff in there, and I'm not gonna lie, I've gone and deleted some stuff if I don't think it's the fucking right, because there is a memes channel, and if you are trying to troll, go into that channel. But like if you are really proud of something, and and that's where I won't stomp on some people, because some people have said like, this is my only gun, I'm brand new, like like this, I want to show this off. Like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to see that. I want to see where you
flex
are
what you have, flex what you have,
from where you are there to where you are now, just like we're doing right now. Like, look,
that song started from the bottom, now we're here.
Now we're here,
kind of like the podcast, right?
Thank you, Drake. Thank you. But and I really enjoy the cross-platform engagement from the amount of people that tell me that they're listening to us on Spotify on the way to the field. Like, they're all like, we got like an hour drive, so we'll crash a podcast on the way there. And it's like, oh, that's freaking awesome. Like,
well, the reason they watch it in Spotify is because they want to do the ×2 listening instead of the 1 times listening.
What, they're listening to us at hamster voices?
Yes, because they want to compress all that. They want to compress all that content so that we can talk fast. So if I can talk really, really fast right now, it's going to be like 3 times as fast.
And they don't even understand what we're saying. It's like, what is going on? Are they even listening?
So that's why I've relaxed on my my vocals when it comes to like talking, because
so we need to start talking like this. My name is Lex.
Whatever gets them to complete the entire podcast, that counts as a play. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Tak? How have you seen this grown? over the last 2 years you've been?
Honestly, up, just, it's been a good slow grind is how I look at it, and slow and steady wins the race in terms of just, what we're trying to achieve and stuff like that. And I really like us coming to terms with certain things and just being able to keep producing like we are, regardless of, our busy lives. I know we're trying really hard to, stay consistent and on schedule, and I appreciate the people who, join us in our live Discord stages and stuff like that. Not only do we appreciate, all our, people who view us on YouTube and listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple and
Just
all that.
everywhere, exactly.
But yeah, no, just guys who join us live, and interact with us. We really appreciate that, just because you guys are spending time out of your day, and you're spending a chunk out of that to, be here talking to us or interacting, listening to us, and who are we to be, using that portion of your day, so we appreciate it. And that's something that I really, really like seeing. And I really like, I remember when we only had 2 or 3 people, and I've seen the stage grow as many as, 15 people watching and listening all at once. So that's something that's really cool. Something that I really like seeing. When I look at it from like what we do, I think we've done a lot of cool videos. We try to do, a couple different things. I really enjoyed this recent video with mic'd up and stuff like that. I can see huge potential for it. I know we're sort of abusing the fact that we're testing the equipment, so you're going to see a lot of Mac and I's faces for a little bit there.
I
But
really
we're
tested
gonna
it.
we're gonna be really
I really tested it.
testing.
Oh, you
I
did.
tested it
equipment.
hard.
The gas blowback.
Yeah,
Audio
so-
peaks.
there was-
Audio peaks.
there was
Audio peaks.
Clickety clacking all over the place.
Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead, Tech.
Oh no, it's just, yeah. So I really enjoyed that. I really am going to continue enjoying that. Let's see here. Other things too. It's just like we know the field has continuously changed. It is not the same field that we remembered or what we started filming in, sort of when we started this whole podcast thing. So that has really changed. I know people who don't really come to Panther very often do see some of those dramatic changes. Some of the OG stuff is still around, but not always, just because film is always ever present. So that's another cool thing to sort of notice too when you look back at some of the videos and you start seeing things and whatnot. So yeah, that's what I big thumbs up. The TLDR, big thumbs up is how I feel.
Got it. All right. So for me, how I've seen it grown so much from the back end. Community, like our Panther Airsoft community Discord has grown so much. We do have a Facebook group too that has grown as well.
Yeah.
We got a lot of random members from all around the world too joining it. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, it's grown quite a lot. I think the last count we had was like at least 200 members in this Discord alone, which is pretty good. 300 or 200 something, 280 something subs, I believe, on our YouTube, and as well as there's a lot. That like Anchor. We use Anchor to post our audio podcasts, and that doesn't really record all the people who follow us on like Google or Apple or Spotify at all. So it's kind of difficult to gauge all that. But we do get a lot of listeners there too on our podcasts, like our audio podcasts as well. So like when we started to show off, our main focus was just do audio podcasts, and then I was like, you know what, let's just I know how to do video as well. We might as well include it with it. So we started off with that too, and that's where it blew off from there. Episode 1. If you ever watched that, we were super shy. We were not really that comfortable talking. Now we're all the way here, and we could literally make a topic out of like, I don't even know, like a door handle or something. That's how good we are now. Well, not really. It takes a lot of writing, okay?
Fun,
And,
sexy door handle.
Yeah. So I've seen like the show grow, but what I've also noticeably seen is how both of you have grown through just like talking to a box like this, and it's very interesting to see like the level of growth you see from our old videos versus now. Yeah, it's quite interesting how we could just like, you guys, if we had guests and stuff like that, I'm thinking about it, and then all of a sudden like Tack jumps in and just asks that question. I'm like, oh, good, finally. Like, we're we're like almost in tune with what we want to think about. Yeah. So as far as like growth goes, yeah, our equipment list has grown as well. We've I probably spent probably around $3,000 worth of equipment at this point for just a show. So I do that out of love. So I don't get paid for any of that equipment because we don't make anything from the show. And if you guys are, wanting to donate, don't bother because, I do get paid under Panther as well. So I mean, it's not a big deal, honestly. These are just expenditures that I do because I want
It's a
to
passion
make
project.
it. Yeah, passion project because I want to make the quality as good as possible. With us still having day jobs, right? It's always one of those things where it's like a big gripe would be like, oh, Thursday's coming out, we gotta make a topic or something like that. Right? For you guys, for our audience out there, there's a lot more work that happens when the camera turns on. Before the camera turns on,
Mhm.
there's a lot of writing involved. There's a lot of brainstorming. Should we talk about this? Should we not talk about this? This and that. Um, even initially that like weeks before, like we usually sit down like once a month or something and think of what are big things, what are big sort of topics that we can cover. That's not last minute that came out of like our Discord or something like that. It's something we want to talk about, and then we list it down and then we do a lot of writing for it, and we'll figure out what to do from there. Yeah, so we've grown quite a lot, and yeah, and it's still the same goal. Our goal hasn't changed. It's to expand the community out here in Panther, to expand the news that we get, not just East Coast, but over here, because, it's always been lacking. And as well as to make sure that everybody's informed. And I don't know if you guys remember from episode 22, that was released in November of
Mhm.
2020. This was way before C21.
Right with the way, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
we totally.
Yeah.
I don't know if we predicted it, but we were just like talking about like, yeah, make sure you
There's
guys.
grumblings, yeah.
We were growing like, make sure you guys, like make sure you keep it out of public eyes. Make sure you do this and that. Before even the rules came, right? And then of course, D21 happened, and then we had to make sure we had to tighten up all our restrictions, and we had to tighten up, all of our ruling, and then BC Bill 4 came out, and that just basically took whatever we were taking back in November, and we're like, oh yeah, that's it. Like, we gotta make sure the community knows what the rules are. Not a lot of people know what the rules are, so it was a good platform to share to everybody, what the rulings are and such. So yeah, we've grown, we've learned, um we went from crawl to walk and then to run. I don't know if we're running. I mean, you guys are running on the video. I'm just huffing and puffing in the background.
I'm sorry.
All good. So next up is what is your favorite topic so far?
Cat.
Well, guys, come on. Obviously, the tech stuff.
Like specifically which one?
You guys are being serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, honestly, I guess when it comes to hop up stuff, I know we haven't really gotten too deep into it and stuff like that, but it's just like just the picking and finding variations or like brands or certain combos that you like and stuff like that is something that I sort of like as a topic. I know we haven't really gotten into it, but the brief moments I've gotten into it, I like discussing that.
Is
Yes.
it when you're discussing with other techs and
Well, yeah,
collaborating with them, and you'll be like, "Well, this is the reason I use it," and then the person's like, "No, this is the reason I use it," and then you guys sort of do the pros and cons. Is that
yeah,
okay?
exactly. Having the discussion over it and stuff like that.
Because
So I really like, I guess, to be more specific is I like the discussion topics when it's like interacting with other people also and hearing from other people's experiences because not every experience is the same. And I'd like to showcase that because some people get this really weird nuanced like way of thinking is there's only one way of doing things, but unfortunately even if each person does that one way, it's going to be a different experience for each person because each person is different. So
That is nuance.
any other favorites other than tech stuff? Was there any like odd ones that you liked? Talk about?
um Well, I just see, and I hate to say this, but it's like our last one. I really, really, really like that last video. Like that hit one of my favorites.
The
Right.
YouTube, that's YouTube, right?
Yeah, yeah, the
77 with Dayton
yeah,
and
yeah. Because I don't know about you guys, but for we got a little more listeners here than we did on that episode. So for our listeners here, if you forgot, he showcased something really cool at the end of that podcast,
yes.
right? And I, for one, cannot wait. If he's asking for beta testers, my hands are up.
Sign me up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be
My hand.
using
Are
that
you
thing
saying my
to run
hands are
you
up or my
guys.
hands are ready?
Well, both. Like, like, oh man,
Yeah.
it'll be sweet. And then you know what would be even cooler? Like, I would love to do an airsoft mic'd up thing. Now, listen to this, boy. Just like, I know we're snowballing, I know we're live here, and I know we're snowballing this, but imagine putting airsoft mic'd up with the Dayton's thing with a POV cam on Rainbow.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I mean,
Right?
we are
Like,
looking.
special exception, special
We are
exception there,
looking.
I'm just
Yeah. Yeah.
saying.
No, I got you. I got that
Oh.
noted down. Good,
Imagine,
good, good.
imagine he comes right up. It doesn't even have to have a knife, and it's just like, "Oh my, Shinderu."
Oh man. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing. Yeah. Let's start off with Mac. What's your favorite so far?
Okay, so I mean, I really like bringing on guests. I really like talking to them, hearing their stories and stuff like that. Because partially, that is honestly really one of the reasons that I am still here. It's very interesting to hear other people's side of it. Because I could tell you my story all day, but you already know it. If you don't, go check out those last episodes. But yeah, I really like it. There's people in the community that have been playing way longer than me, people that have been to events that I haven't been to yet, and I really like hearing and sharing those experiences. And, they might have some pieces of advice for me or other members of the community out there and stuff like that. So yeah, anytime that we've had a guest on to accompany a subject, I've enjoyed that a lot. And I know we've had the guests back because we really enjoy them. Like I know my good friend David Carenza is a really good one that we've had on. We've had Dayton, our good friend, our mutual good friend here, right? House Gamers, resident celebrity, great guy. A lot more humble, and a lot of people kind of give him crap for some of the metrics and the the game that he's got to play with the work that he does. But honestly, he came from really humble roots, and he's managed to like really just still be such a genuine person. He's great. And then I really like all the growth that we've done. So Poi, I really like all of the the field segments that we've done, and the field reporting, and just how much we've grown the pan as a joke to what it is that we're trying to do with it. So get your real fake news there, guys. And yeah, that's pretty much me. Like I really like creating, and it was something that Tack and I really wanted to do when we first got into this, but we kind of got stuck with a lot of just like responsibilities and adminship, just because a lot of people that we were affiliated with at the time didn't have the managerial experience to kind of like to cater to something like that. So it sucked because a lot of our passion kind of got sidelined for that. So it was really, really great to kind of like, mesh with Poi and be able to create this for Panther, and then also be able to throw our own spin and flavor into it as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to see everything that we do in the future.
Okay, all right. I guess for me, favorite topics is basically anything. I guess this is a little bit off for you guys, but it's anything outside of airsoft because if we're talking about airsoft, it's literally everything that we talk about here. But when a topic comes up that is not airsoft, like last segment was YouTube, because it is the platform I work with for the last 10 years. It was just one of those topics that I like to jump into, or that last topic, how to pack for a road trip or something like that.
How to plan a road trip.
How to plan a road trip, yeah. Or what is it? There's a few other topics that are not related to airsoft sometimes, and I like talking about those. I don't know if you guys hear about my like the history segment with Poi. Whenever it comes to like talking about like platforms and stuff, whenever it comes to talking about the real world stuff or anything in history wise about the actual real steel gun version instead of like the airsoft one, I definitely love talking about it. I have a teaching background. So for me, processing, whatever information I get and regurgitating it into information that people want to listen to is something I do best because, like I said, like teaching background, I like to talk to people. Yeah, like yeah, we could talk about airsoft all day. This is literally what we do in the show. But when it comes to topics that are not airsoft, yeah, I like jumping into that stuff right away because like I'm not a tech. I don't know much about airsoft guns other than they shoot, point and shoot. That's why I'm more of a gas blowback guy because it is a different type of maintenance at that point. Less electronics and tiny moving parts versus big moving parts with compression air coming out of a gas mag. So those are type of subjects I like to talk about. But I also I appreciate what you're talking about there, Mac, which is the managerial side of things. I also like working on that, but it's not really a topic per se. But managing in the background, with us as a team and our moderator team as well, into like making sure the community is safe, making sure everything's going the way it is, and as well as making sure that everything's written up. You guys have the information you need to sort of go through the podcast, or like when we're filming out there, I give you guys a little like, okay, here's your goal for the day. This is what we're filming, and then you guys are like, okay, let's do it, right? You guys get the idea right away. So having you guys work me like that, and you guys get the idea right away, and then we start filming outside like when we're doing our pan segment. It's easy. You guys have worked your way. We've worked together for so long now that it becomes natural for us. So those are my favorite topics basically to cover. I don't know if you guys want to talk about this. But what was your most hated? Let's just be quick on this one because we don't really want to divulge into this.
Well, for me, I'm gonna be the first one to say this. It's like anything to do with like, sort of like I guess not. I don't want to say like make it sound like gear wise, right? But like, I kind of dislike talking about preparedness sort of topics all the time, just because of the fact that like they can kind of drag on a lot
Yep.
and they can kind of get dry. That's why I always like but you can also get really really in depth into it, right? So
Yeah.
it's like but I think just for me, it's just that like, cause you get so hyper focused on it, right? Like, but at the same time, it's like that bane of airsoft, right? Where you end up getting more into the gear and the kit than the actual like topic of airsoft, if you get what I mean,
Mhm.
right? Right. So that's, I guess, like, I know it seems weird to say that, right? In that sense, but like, that's probably one of, if I were to pick, because obviously when I look at everything that we've done, I don't want to say that there's something that I dislike, right? But if I were to try and nitpick and pick something apart, it would be something like that, because you just get hyper focused on like not playing, sort of, if you get what I mean.
I see. Okay. How about you, Mac?
Mm, I mean, there's been tech ones that I've like purposely sat out, just because I'm like, I have zero contributions to this whatsoever. Like tech, I'm gonna let you like take this away, and then hmm,
Oh, I get you. I mean, I'm in the same boat as you.
I mean, because it's not okay. So it's not that I like can't tech, and I mean, tax run it through me, and like, guys, do you think he talks to all the time? Okay, yeah.
Who do
So
you think hears me complain?
people who are all like, "Oh, a Mac's not a tech," I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not a fucking tech, all right."
What Mac
Hey,
just doesn't
Tack,
have
you
the
busy?
patience.
Okay, yeah, your gun's not getting fixed today, a-hole. Just
So
depends on
what I haven't noticed is we've removed the chair from the talk for a long time now. I don't even
I'm
know when
not
it
throwing
disappeared.
this
I think
chair.
it
This
was
is a
like
big chair.
episode
This-
30 when we stopped
I-
talking about it.
I think it's just because we're not in person anymore. Because if
Yeah,
someone threw a
Ah,
chair,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like
That's
if someone
what it
threw a
is.
chair, we're fighting. I'm
that's
just-
actually that's one of my biggest gripe because I what I hate the most is just doing this like Zoom, right? I miss the good old days of going down to the
Well, we
field
meet up and
or
stuff
meet
like
up,
that.
but
Yeah.
unfortunately because of gas, COVID restrictions, all this
It's
other
cool.
stuff.
We'll bring
Well,
it back soon.
Yeah.
it's
We
not
live close
bad,
to each
but
other.
I get it though, because like we don't all have like the pro setup going down, I don't have a switchboard and anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's like to do this in like that like maximized sort of setting.
Yeah, you know I go for quality, right? And then
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
see your guys'
so
can, I get it. Like, don't worry, I'm not like ripping you guys on it, but like my 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 OCD comes in and be like, your mic's not working.
Toy, why is your camera vibrating? It's not.
But yeah, let's not discuss the hatred part because we all know, we're still running the show, and
Yeah, we like it.
it's just one
We're
of those
still
things that
here.
doesn't stop us, right? Let's just go through this. What should we revisit? Because there's a lot of things that we should revisit. There's definitely a lot more topics that we should go over. But what's just one thing we should revisit?
ironic because I said this was also my most hated topic.
Oh.
The gear.
Oh
only,
my God.
only because, hey guys, Crossfire 2 is coming up, and
Yeah.
you know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna like Michael was saying in chat. I'm gonna have to beat that dead horse over and over again.
Hey guys, it's gonna rain. You should probably bring a change of clothes and or a jacket. Oh my god, it's raining and I can't play airsoft.
Yeah.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah, yeah. So probably that, I think, or sort of like team interviews. Unfortunately, a lot of the teams are a little bit shy at our own local field. So if there are people who are listening to this podcast right now who are not part of our local Panther field, who would like to be part of like a team interview and stuff like that, hey, and you've made it this far into this video, reach out to us. We'd love to, listen to you guys and hear about your guys' experiences and your guys' dynamics, because again, everyone's different and it's always cool to hear other people's stories. So that's how I feel on something like that.
Okay, all right. So let's skip this last question. I mean, we've had many guests here. I don't really want to pick and choose which one's
Oh,
the
we're
best.
picking a favorite.
Do we want to do this? Okay,
Poi, you can go.
Oh gosh. I'm not gonna pick specific person. I'm gonna pick guests that are from like well before you guys were playing. Guests that were like from 10 years ago, like Craig, like Omega Ops guys. Those guys have been playing with me for the longest time. I remember one segment where was it Scott said that I was like the only person donating to the Airsoft group that they had before they were Omega Ops, but and I'm like, what, really? I was like the only person donating at that time. Like, I knew there was potential in you guys, but I didn't realize that those other guys didn't see any potential, and they were just dropping in and leeching off of you guys.
Yep, like
So
everybody.
yeah. So those
does.
types of guests I like because it showcases things before this time, right? It shows you what Airsoft was back then, and they tell you, the stories of how, like MP5, like the MP5 airsoft gun, like 15 years ago was totally different from what it is now, or like airsoft guns back then were totally different from what it is now. More everything's more accurate now. Back then, it was like, yeah, it was just very hard to get, and very hard to get it in the country too. So yeah, I like those types of guests because I'm old and I talked to those guys back then, and now they've been at the field for the longest time too. So I like to invite them over and talk about the good old days. Well, it's still good today. It's just that back then it's memorable for me because when I first started. What about Mac? What about you?
I mean, I don't really have much more to add.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you have none, then you'll just stay neutral. And Tack?
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I got an alarm going off for some reason.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let's
Sorry. Okay, I'm back.
it's all good.
Okay,
Yeah, go
all
ahead, Tack.
right. Throw it back at me. Throw that question back at me.
So, favorite guest?
Favorite guest.
Do you want to be picky or do you want to be neutral?
Whoa. Okay. Do I say this? I don't know.
Do it.
No, I'm neutral. I like
Well,
everyone.
honestly, someone I really enjoyed interacting with constantly, and who's like available when we ask them to, would I probably say Schoolboy, right? I really enjoy him on the podcast and the like knowledge and the experiences that he's able to share and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
It's just
Boom.
text sticking with text,
That's right.
You always got to have your backs. It's all good. Schoolboy's great. I love him in the segments because he is such a wealth of knowledge and just nonstop talking all the time. Love it. Okay, let's continue on here. So, shall we rip open the questionnaires from
Yes,
players?
I want to see this. I want to know what.
All right,
the
rip that
community-
Band-Aid.
Yeah, let's go.
Rip that Band-Aid. All right, here we go, guys. Now,
Like, we've
guys,
we've
if you
talked enough.
we've talked enough, we've talked enough. We just wanted to reflect on things that happened throughout the
Speed
years.
round. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
And here we go. If any of our listeners are in Discord right now, if you want to type in text box any questions, go ahead. But I would recommend you go to the Q&A with the boys up at the Pack News, and let's get over this. Let's go through Instagram first because I had some pretty weird and awesome questions in there. So let's see. Let's start with the first one here. Riley Witta asked if he could create a Battlefield 1 Sentry. What is it? Oh, Sentry kit as a Juggernaut armor for the field. I mean,
Yes.
feel free. Yes,
Like-
go ahead.
like
Yes,
the
yes.
Arditi armor.
My first answer is yes. My second answer is
He's gonna
Good luck.
make it out of dense foam and paint it all over. It's a
Oh,
free
I
project.
need that to be weight. I need that to be weight.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah,
No,
if
just
you
kidding.
if you want to build it, go ahead, and then we could make a game out of it. I mean, that's not a big issue. You just gotta ask the ref, hey, I have this
Mhm.
gear, I have this Juggernaut kit or whatever, and we play like some sort of Juggernaut game. We'll think about it. We'll make sure that the community is good, and then we'll do it because we got to make sure everybody is safe first, and everybody likes that gameplay. Sometimes you have people that don't want to play it, then that's fine. Okay. Next up is D_CAD_ Airsoft. Thoughts on ghillie suit, leaf suits in Airsoft? I guess that's one of those topics we haven't gone over, haven't we?
it's yeah. I know.
We-
We keep.
the
I know we
closest-
keep doing
The
one of
closest
these.
we've gotten is camouflage,
Yeah.
segment. And I am not so confident in ghillie suits. I don't know about you guys, but I'm
I think
not
it
an expert.
will have to be that we find two guests who
Yep.
would want to, and we sit back and just watch them talk it out. Because like the only ghillie suit that I use is the one that's available to staff that I've used, and
they're not the greatest
that's-
either.
it's uncomfortable
Yeah.
and smelly.
What is my opinions on it? If you're someone who likes to stalk, that's typically what you use ghillie suits for. That's what the Scots use it. If you're stalking people, if you're actually being sneaky rather than being an assaulter with it, then it is effective. If
Mhm.
you're standing up and running around with it, not so effective. Also, it's not effective if you got a desert camo one and then you go in the field and it's brown.
Yeah. You just look like a giant
Yeah.
Chewbacca.
So if you're gonna do a proper ghillie suit, make it properly. Get like a viper hood. Get like one of those things that have a mesh, and then start adding foliage in your surrounding. Why? Because that's a true ghillie suit. Is you take your environment, you mix
Blend
in,
it.
you blend in, and then you basically have to move slow. You have to stalk. You're more of an observer, right? Than a recon than a sniper, or even snipers are recon, right? Like, yeah, my opinion. If you use it properly, good on you. If you're just running around with this heavy ass stinky ghillie suit that's like from like $60 from like the tactical store or something like that, no, not a. I don't know. What about you, Mac? What's your opinions on it?
Sorry, I was just getting lost reading here. I'm trying to fucking catch back up.
Thoughts on ghillie suits, leaf suits in Airsoft?
I would never ever wear one. I think they're cool. They look cool.
It's
That's
not. It's
fine.
not for you. So if we were ever gonna have a topic, I think we would just have two guests.
Mhm.
I think I know which one to invite to. Dayton has done a ghillie suit setup.
Mhm.
Friend Cooper.
I just can't sit there. I could never.
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, that would be
Tack,
kind of
tack,
that
and
would be
then,
kind of
yeah.
cool to have Cooper and Dayton on and talk
Yeah,
about
because they
that.
actually made their
because-
ghillie suits.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, they use the kicking Mustang sort of.
I mean, they
technique.
look cool, and I see their point, but at the effective ranges of what airsoft is, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like I just don't see the point in like wearing that, but I get it. Like,
Well, it
some-
Yeah,
depends on
that-
how it depends on how patient you are.
it
That's
depends
really
on
what it-
who you are. I get.
Yeah,
that's really
it's-
what it comes down to.
I
Because
can't-
like
I'm not
the
doing
times I've
that.
used it, I've been rewarded plenty of times with me
See,
just holding out and then having 6 guys pass me and shooting them all in the
see,
back.
that's I've noticed that with the younger generation or the kids. I guess Fortnite and PUBG and all these other games have really distinguished a ghillie suit as some sort of like golden item or golden like skin or something, right? That is like something that you
There's
should
some
get.
kind of
Yeah,
supremacy.
because I've seen like Tim Selby's nephew come in and be like, "I want a ghillie suit," and I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, Roblox and this," and I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh, okay."
Roblox.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, it's the same thing for the kid. Like a bunch of kids I was taking care of. Right? I like I said, I asked their parents if they want their kids to play airsoft. Take them for a weekend and play. And then the first thing they ask is like, "What? Do you know if you guys can buy a ghillie suit?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I have a ghillie suit. You want to try it out?" I was like, "Yeah." And then next thing they know, it's like it's too hot, it's too heavy, it's stinky.
Yeah.
It's like expectation, reality, right? I mean,
I
yeah.
know.
Hi,
Instagram
what's
versus
up,
reality.
guys? I want to
so
be airsoft sniper, just like
yeah, I mean,
Novice.
it's just one of those things where people start off with a sniper rifle. That's a bad choice, right? Like,
Hey guys, make the same mistake we all did.
yeah. Anyways, ghillie suits, if my opinion, if used properly, great. If used improperly, as in like you're not in the type of role that it fits it, and you're just running around with like camo on you, and then you think the enemy's not gonna see you when you're waltzing around in like a digitan ghillie suit, and you get hit, and you're like, "Oh, they're not supposed to see me." I'm like, "No, I mean that's not gonna automatically make you invisible." Anyways, I think we've killed that question too much here. So another one from the underscore cad underscore airscoff. I guess this is more of a Mac question. Is Gucci gear a must?
I think it
Mm,
depends on who you are.
We
You know
had an
what?
episode about gear.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, it depends on who you are. If you're me, you'll strive to try and buy something that's like, and then you can build it off of that and everything. And it's a slow process. Like, I mean, I did not start out airsoft with a Cry Precision JPC 2.0. Like I did not start airsoft with that. If you do, you're far and few in between. Kudos to that. I will give you a high five, and I will ask how your wallet is doing. But that being said, Gucci gear is not a must. I will say though that when I have discussed that topic with people, the opinions on what is Gucci and stuff like that is ever changing. So a lot of it comes down to is it used by real military and or law enforcement? So those are the kind of trials and tribulations. And then there's also hype beast gear and stuff like that everyone's all just like hyping over, and brands and stuff. And, brands that are doing super well in marketing that are just super popular right now, like what's in, right? So when you take all of that into account, and you fit, like, so for me, like those sorts of things are all factored in, but I think about the quality. So that's why a lot of those real steel brands come into it and everything. Like, why is my gun belt so expensive? Like, because I want that to last. I'm only playing with it for like on the weekends, other than when I'm dry fire training at my place. Like right now, it's sitting like 10 feet away from me on my gear tree. It's beautiful, looks great. And I know that I play really hard when I play airsoft. Check out the last mic'd up video if you'd like to see, right? And I push my stuff to the limits, and I've had stuff fail, and that's why I buy those sorts of things, because you
Mm-hmm.
can kind of rest assured with the quality behind that kind of pricing. So you know what, if you're a young kid and you're working a minimum wage job, and you're still in high school or something, you know what, that Condor plate carrier that's going to last you 2 years, go ahead, hell yeah, wear that. But for me, if I'm a full grown adult with my job and my hobbies or what I want, don't look at my transactions. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. Like, if I want to buy that carrier because I know it's going to last for me playing how I play and such, and it's going to last me a long time, then that's the factors and decisions I make about it. So
So if
yeah,
someone asks you if they need like a Haley strategic or like a T-Rex arm,
I
something,
would
something.
recommend it, but I wouldn't say you need it. Right, because a lot of times people like will ask me if
I think
like,
they're looking for reassurance. That's what they're looking
yeah,
for.
well, exactly. So like, I mean, guys, like, yeah, financial responsibility is definitely what you should take as a paramount option. So if you can't afford it right now, you can't afford it right now. So
If you're
save
not
up.
gonna miss that money tomorrow after spending it, then go right ahead.
If you have paid your rent and got your groceries already, then maybe. But yeah,
You still need gas money, guys. I'm sorry, but gas is so high right now.
It's gonna be $2. It's gonna be $2
Oh,
by the
please stop.
summer.
Please stop. Please stop.
I'm sorry. I know we were talking about it
By
earlier.
tomorrow.
Speaking of quality gear, sorry, Tack, you were saying something?
Oh, I was gonna say by tomorrow.
Okay. Speaking of quality gear, did you notice on your last video there, Mac, that your I think it's your EOTech, the battery popped out and
Yeah, I laughed. Don't worry, we picked it up.
Okay, just making sure because Rod noticed it and I'm like,
He did. He good
what
eyes.
the
Yeah, I
heck?
commented on it. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was like 2 minutes in, and all of a sudden the amount of full
and we're
auto.
talking about quality, right? And was that like a repro?
That is a repro.
There you
optic.
go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, guys. Okay, if you look at how I stack myself up, you'll see where the money goes.
Yeah, gear. And then all the tech stuff is kind of like, Pack's like, oh, spend more so you could get better quality.
The Wii slaps hard.
Yeah.
I brought it back to him, and he's like, "What did you do to this thing?" And I was like, "I ran her hard."
I don't know if I want to ask this one or use this one, but I know we had a big stance on this after we released that episode. But Airsoft and real world training, how does it incorporate it? Because we were talking about that before C21, by the way.
Yeah. So
I think our stance has changed on that
a little bit, but I mean, I'll just touch on it right now, right? So just real quick, yeah, it can be utilized if used in the proper format and everything like that. You should seek professional help and or not disclose those situations into yourself. Do not be posting those sorts of stupid things on social media and stuff like that, but do tons of research and be informative and do the things that you're looking for. Be mindful that the internet is always there. People are always watching. Things can be taken out of context and such. So that being said, Airsoft can be used for that. That is not Airsoft's intention. That is not why we're here. And yeah, that's Airsoft for you.
All right, so that's a stop right there for that. Okay, next up is finally someone else. I don't know what this means, but Chris Gelato ask, do you have any stereotypes about people who uses certain guns / pieces of gear?
Yes.
What kind of like stereotypes are we looking at here?
HPA guys all shoot with their guns like this above their shoulder.
So you talk about like.
Well, I'm not even talking about feathering the trigger.
Okay.
The fact that look, I'm looking right now. I'm
speed softers.
I knew who was typing, and I was like, wow, yeah. So while you're listening, love you, bud. But yeah, everyone and anyone that has an HPA tank and a line and or even an air stock, yeah, I've seen it too. Your gun doesn't touch your shoulder. I'm so close to calling that blind firing sometimes, but like I'm just like, you know what? Technically, they're looking down the gun and they're seeing it, so like I'll let it go. I just want to like take a photo sometimes, just because it looks so bad. So bad.
I won't lie. It looked like when I look back at the footage, I was doing a little bit of that with mine, but
yeah.
Sometimes
with how horrible the optics
it's like
on
it's
that.
a new way of playing though, right? Because that's how you get the edge on. Like,
but be mindful, right? I like it's mostly to do with the fact that I was being improper and I didn't want to get my face shot out, right? But I was using the iron sights on top of that trash can.
Yeah, so there are other stereotypes as well. You got your impressionist groups, you have your meme softers, you have your speed softers, you have your regular Sunday attack what you look like this weekend.
Oh, you know what? Perfect. I got one. Anyone with Zenico on their AK thinks they're better than wood guys.
AK is fine. Okay, I have a wood AK.
Okay, classic AK is fine.
I can tell you my LCT classic wood AK shoots basically the same as my polymer AK, okay? Like there's no difference.
104, yeah.
There's no difference. There's no difference, guys. You're just
That
adding more weight.
Though, that GHK slaps pretty hard.
Hold on. I got a great Panther one actually, guys.
Here we go.
All right. This is more like a meme, but it's also a stereotype. LMGs in city.
Or snipers in city.
Well, someone want to reiterate the rule about the blue
Mhm,
barrel
It,
and
it just seems like anybody who owns an LMG wants to be like, yo, can I play in city? It's like, no, get the out.
can I hang
Yo,
out?
what do you-
Can I hang
what
out
do
at the
you
back?
Oh my god.
Hey,
yeah.
hey, I can shoot semi. Watch, proceed to shoot full burst, and you're like,
Full version.
nah.
Nah,
Nah, dog,
B,
you lost your
nah,
chance.
B. Oh my god, I know. Or sniper. Okay, so this one always happens to me. Snipers that are shocked about their MED.
Oh,
They're like, what? What do you? Yeah, and that's like the face I get. I'm like, really, dude? Really? They're like, I thought that was like over there. I'm like, dude, you're like a 100-foot MED. That like literally means anybody that's in your circle right now, you're an a-hole. Where's
Oh,
your
jeez.
secondary? Where's your secondary? And they're like, it's at the car. So at the car means you're not playing in the game, buddy. Like, oh my god, I had to kick like 2 people out. Like, was it not last weekend, but the weekend before? Because like straight up bolt action, the guy like took a kid out from like 40 feet away, and I'm like, that was a yelp. Like, you know what I mean? It was like a youch. And it's like,
that's Bambi crying.
yeah.
So remember, guys, there's all kinds of different stereotypes out there, but
Ton.
we all play under one banner, and what is that? Airsoft. Guys, we all play Airsoft. We're all a bunch of big nerds with
Love the
expensive
cringe.
toys.
I love the
Come here
glory.
every
Stolen valor.
weekend.
Stolen valor.
And we just look
Silva.
like a bunch of goofs, okay? That
Yeah.
hands down, we're playing with toys.
We're a bunch of silly war nerds playing
Silly war
games.
games.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at this and call
Quote
myself an
Josh
idiot
Ward,
20.
2020.
Yeah. I love Josh. Okay. Let's move on here. Marcus 01, Marcus L01 says thoughts on Umbrella Armory and their products, experience with their guns. I can
Ooh.
tell you right now, playing around with Dayton's Umbrella Armory guns, chef's kiss.
No, all I can
Yeah.
say is that I have not personally sunk money into one,
Yeah.
but the ones that I've gotten to touch
And play with. Yep.
and been allowed to play with,
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah. Okay.
it's-
so I can say that too.
it's
yeah,
real. It's
exactly.
real. It's real.
Like and we've talked about attacking us. So people like, because they're like, those are they worth it? Like they are.
If you have the money, yes.
I'm not. It's regardless of the money, guys. If you're gonna save up, save up. If you want the best, like get
if
an
you're the
Umbrella
type of
Armory.
guy that just wants to be able to pick up a gun after
play
4 or 5
and just-
months and just be like, oh, I just want to go rip ass, and just fucking whatever.
Clap cheeks, collect names.
Right?
ruin
But I
people's
don't
day.
want to maintain it, and I don't want to do anything special. And you have that kind of money, then yeah.
Their service
Yeah.
is actually top notch as
Well,
well
it's
when it
just
comes
so they are so good at what they do when it comes to quality
now-
control.
Now,
and-
mind you, they don't ship
Okay.
to Canada, so if you can get one here.
Yeah, you do have to.
Yeah. There's a lot of paperwork for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Why would you
What's
say
next? Oh God.
Cody
what's next?
_not_ Scott? Where can I find some Novrich rifles? I mean,
Canadian
Novrich.com.
Cartel, ELR,
Canadian, yeah,
Yeah,
you
Canadian
can check
Cartel does
out,
it.
Andy's as
Craigslist,
well. Yeah.
Trigger never
Andy's
did it, right?
Airsoft.
No, I don't think Trigger does, but
Trigger didn't get into that.
Yeah.
No.
No, they didn't want to. Yeah.
no, because they're not treating it as a sort of distributor / reseller thing. They're like when you're buying a Novrich gun, you're buying it direct from them without any discounts, I believe.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's that. You can still buy it direct from the site. I mean, what's wrong with buying it directly from the
I
manufacturer?
think you can buy it direct from Novrich.com.
My only quibble is like if you are in Canada for some stupid reason, really
You can run
stupid,
into customs problems. Yeah.
No, you will because it'll come from the EU. Even if they have a warehouse in the US, it's not going to ship from the US. It's going to ship from the EU every
Mm.
time.
Okay.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So I guess I'd go through some kind of Canadian retailer then, if you're looking for a Novrich. If you still are on that hype train, I don't know what gun he's made now.
A lot.
I think
He's got a couple.
wasn't his most recent one like an AR or something like that.
And a P90.
He made a Novrich made a P90.
Yes, he copied Crytek.
No, He didn't copy Crytek. He just
Right, he didn't copy Crytek.
they were working on it already, and then Crytek.
Almost at the-
Oh,
almost
it's just-
ironically
oh,
at
it's
the
the
same time.
schedules just happens to coincide, boy.
No
Oh,
drama.
yeah.
We're not Airsoft
Oh,
drama here.
yeah.
Stop it. All right, let's move on. Or do you guys still want to keep ripping on Novrich?
No,
Christoph,
no.
why are
I'm
you
just saying.
lying?
Whoever started it first doesn't matter. Okay,
What's up?
they are both equally cool, and I'm gonna try and buy both.
They are both good guns. They are both good guns. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, don't rip on Novrich. He's doing
I'm
business.
not. Yeah,
He's doing business.
He's doing a good job.
Yeah. He's taking the Airsoft into Apple
What is it, Tack?
territory.
We've got what? 2 of his guns? Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Ty, why would you ask this? How do I PVS 14?
Uh,
Step.
get a
Okay,
job.
step one. Step
Get a job.
one.
Buy it.
Well, I feel like there's a few steps before that.
Save up.
Like, well, I was actually gonna say do your research because everyone says PVS 14, but like if I really grill these kids that have been asking me what, like, okay, so what is that? What does that mean?
I don't
Right?
know. He just wants to know how to PVS 14, I guess.
Well,
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you know, because
Who's a
they always
PVS
ask me,
14?
like, what, you know, so like, do you know what a PVS 14 is? Do you know what the difference is? Like, do you know housings? Do you know what a housing is? Do you know what the actual tube is? Right. Like, do you know what FOM is? Like, you know, these sorts of questions. Like, these are the sorts of like things that you need to kind of understand first. So I would definitely watch like a basics night vision video and stuff like that and understanding what night vision optics are. And like, because there's tons out there on YouTube. And like, guys, I'm saying like I started with absolutely zero knowledge. I'm not saying I know anything.
I
just
gave you a
know-
little bit of knowledge when you wanted
Yeah.
to buy it. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. You helped me out in the beginning.
Ask,
and
the best thing to do is ask another not PVS for night vision owner.
where to go, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I have pointed out these things. It just sucks sometimes when it's just like repeated. So Ty, love you. We've told you. Okay. We're gonna keep telling you. Yeah. But I knew he'd throw it in there for memes. So I love that guy.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Another one. This is actually quite interesting. I guess underscore SP82 underscore ask, how bad does airsoft hurt compared to paintball? Worse? Question mark.
Ooh, okay. So a
So
lot
this
of
is this is actually a nice
people-
one to get because we don't get this asked a lot.
Well, actually, what is it? There's a measurement, isn't it? What's
The
a
pain
paintball-
measurement?
What's a paintball gun firing at? Actually, here, let me look.
That sounds like a tack question to ask. I'm not too sure how fast they shoot, but I know from experience, paintball hurts more than airsoft. I think I don't know if you guys want to agree on that, but that's my experience right there because it's a larger surface area that hits your skin.
Mhm. Well, I think it depends on the type of person you are, right? If you're the type of person that can't pluck your eyebrows or your eyelashes and whatnot, or rip hair out of your skin, then you're probably not gonna like airsoft because airsoft is gonna be pinpoint, kind of pain. So like if you get hit in certain spots, it's really gonna hurt.
I would say it's like a small sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, with paintball, it's more of like a bluntness. So
Yeah,
like
it's like-
if you can deal with that kind of like pain threshold, then paintball is not that bad. But at the same time, paintball is shooting at a higher jewel than
Jewel, yeah.
Well,
Actually,
and paintball come at a.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, but they just come at a variety, right? Depending on what kind of paintball game you're playing and everything like that.
I don't know. I don't play paintball.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about jewels and why we don't use jewels and we use FPS here. I think that's gonna come up as a separate subject, separate topic on its own. We were talking about it on our off time there, and what was it? Tack was it? Because we're in Canada, we're basically measuring an FPS because it's imperial. Imperial, and then the metric system is under the joule system. So
Yeah.
that's why they use it more in the EU and other countries. And it's
ironic considering we're Canada.
we're metric,
and we're
but we
metric.
follow our American writers.
American influence.
Yeah. So I mean, what were we talking about? Like Jules is a lot more safer because when you start changing a few things, it still has a more accurate representation.
Well, because when people just talk about FPS, they're literally just talking about the speed of the projectile.
Yeah.
While when you're talking about joules, you're literally talking about the actual energy impact
Yeah,
leaving
the kinetic
the
impact.
muzzle.
Yeah,
So, when people want to talk about damage done, right?
joules.
You can talk about joules, right? When people want to talk about FPS, which really has no real relevance unless you're literally sitting there boasting about how fast your gun shoots on twos when you never shoot with twos anyway. So why does it even matter what it shoots on twos?
Yeah. Or we could just start talking about in meters per second. I mean, if we want to go metric, it's
Good,
gonna be
but
gonna be some weird numbers now.
we could, but then there will be some min maxy guy out there who's
Yeah.
like, could I get the round number, please?
No. Yeah, you know what? Let's just add that to the list of things we should talk about because joules is just one of those things that are overlooked because we're in this side of the world, and over at the other side of the world, they talk about it like that's the regulation, right? So yeah. Anyway, so Mac, did you figure out the threshold you're talking about there?
Yeah, well, okay. So I mean, like, because I know like paintball is pretty deep too, but like obviously, if we're talking about like the pain threshold on like the most popular of paintball, which is the what is it? It's like the .68 variety or the 17.3 millimeter caliber, because paintball has different calibers from standard one to like magvet to
Yeah.
I guess indoor or whatever. But I'm trying to get an accurate reading. They're not like giving it to me here. So
I think
okay, I just found a jewel chart here.
Okay.
So
So
with
Tac,
paint,
what is a standard joule for just like a regular airsoft gun?
I would say anywhere between 1.5, 1.6.
And what is regulation for us at the field if it was joules?
1.5, 1.6, roughly around there. Like you're like I like your max is gonna be just a little bit, like if you go right with following the FPS
Yep.
numbers, it'll be like 1.6 something, right?
Okay.
But like honestly, right, to keep it safe and stuff, whatnot, right? I always
this
keep it
is
around
standard.
1.5,
Okay, so 1.5.
Yeah, like you could go like cause like I think the max is 1.7, but you don't want to go up to the one max
Yeah.
because
And then I've heard something on the lines of isn't it paintball shooting at 3 joules or something like that?
That's why I'm trying to get the number
Yeah.
right now.
Because
Yeah.
that's what I remember is it's usually twice as much for
I thought it was
okay.
13.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
like dude, that's what I'm saying. Like paintball is like
Jesus.
ridiculous. Like,
Okay. Well,
but it depends on so many things.
heavier
yeah.
weight, slower.
Yeah,
Yes,
here, I'll
that's-
just link the article that I'm reading right now.
Anyways, if you guys know, comment down below. Other than that, I think we'll just skip through this. But yeah, I think overall, paintball or airsoft.
I would say
doesn't hurt.
I had a worse time with paintball.
Just for pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree to that too because I played paintball before, and that's the reason I
Yeah.
didn't like it because yeah, I guess my pain threshold just kind of sucks. But this was before me playing airsoft, so I guess I tolerated it over time. All right, let's just keep going here. Okay, here we go. This is specific. Calliope underscore JP underscore official. Whoa, this is an official IG account. Who are these guys? How do you guys feel about airsoft landmines and claymores?
Ooh, I love them. I wish they were more popular.
I wish
yeah,
they were
really-
used more at the field because there's
Yeah.
so many avenues where you could stop people from moving just by putting like some sort of landmine or claymore.
What I wish is the community to be mature. That's what I kind of really wish is I've seen some real malicious, real jackassery kind of things, and it's like to really reap the full benefit of the rewards, the community needs to have some sort of basic mutual respect and understanding of other people's equipment. Because I've seen some, like I like repeating myself there, right? I've seen some really stupid stuff. So like I would love
Give
to
us
see
an
more.
example.
Well, I've just seen someone who went out. What I think it was at one time Dayton was like doing doing a video. And someone had kicked the mine over or something like that, and he had to go back out and redo the shot because someone decided to be a dinkus. So
Yeah.
those kinds of things and stuff like that. And then obviously some of you guys have seen like Novrich's video of when he used I think it was the Landmine, I think it was,
Ooh, I
right?
like that one.
And that person actually called their hit, right? But the only reason we were able to confirm it was because he literally left a video there. Ah man, was it Novrich or Silo now? I can't remember off the top of
I
my head.
think Silo's doing a lot more videos now than Novrich because
Yeah.
Novrich is doing all the business end stuff.
Yeah,
But I think it was Novrich first because
yeah,
I saw
one
it
of
on
those. Yeah, and it was like trying to test the button or whatever it was.
The
Anyways,
remote, yeah, the
yeah.
remote detonation.
So, anyways, yeah, my answer is heck yeah, I would love it, more options. You
I'd
know,
love to see some trip mines or some kind of like, yeah,
ring
like
activated one or
yeah,
something.
or bouncing betties, you know, stuff like that. Like that'd be so freaking cool. Yeah.
I would like that, a green gas based bouncing Betty. You know,
Airsoft
Well, I mean, they did that with
Airsoft Innovations can do this. They could just put one of those tornado grenades and have it launch up now. So
that would be so freaking cool.
yeah, I mean it's my biggest issue is if you're gonna use it, use it properly, and then if you like see like an equipment out there, don't fuck around with it because like it's like airsoft's expensive, right? So
Well, if it's not yours, like, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I watched a guy once pick up a grenade and then tell the guy he didn't do it. And I was like, what? And yeah, he straight up was like, yeah, exactly. Like straight up watched him put it in his dump pouch. And then I followed him out of the game area and I told him he had about 5 seconds to give me that grenade or he was done for the rest of the day.
oh jeez.
Yeah,
Alright.
like I was absolutely shocked, and I was like, dude, if I like honestly see you again, like I'm probably gonna tell you you're done for the day. So just like play respectfully. But yeah, that was absolute bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, it goes to any airsoft technologies that we get usually. Again, expensive hobby. If
Mhm.
you're leaving stuff out at the field, don't screw around with it, guys. Just let it
Well,
do
be
its job.
respectful.
Yeah.
Be respectful.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same goes for like, like GoPro equipments or anything like that. Me having my equipment out, yeah, I'm responsible for getting it damaged because I'm in a way of firing. But like if you see me filming, please don't shoot me. Like, come on. I've received a few of those shots at the field, but not too much this weekend. But I mean, when I was doing all the live segment stuff, people were just like actively shooting at me. But I get it. Yeah, I wasn't wearing a high vis or anything. But hey, that's my fault. But yeah, if you see me shooting, don't shoot me or filming. Don't shoot
if
me
you
again.
see him shooting, shoot him.
Is there a gun in his hand at the same time?
It's the same question everybody asks. Why are journalists getting killed? Because it looked like he had a gun or an RPG, but it was a camera on his shoulder. I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to dive into that. Okay. Thank you, Clyde JP official. I was trying to look at what your feed was, and I wasn't able to grab it. I just don't have time to type it in right now. Next question is Todd Wilhan21. Walhan21 asks, interested in Milsim, where to start when so far have only done pickup games at Panther. Okay, so I'm guessing you're saying where do you start and you've only been picking up pickup games at Panther.
So
Okay,
my
Crossfire
thing,
too? Hello.
actually, I would start before that.
Yeah.
So my thing would be is to definitely, because Mac and I do attend these events and whatnot, is the ASG events that are hosted, because they are hosted at nighttime, so that exposes you to a different side of
Well, it's a
normal
block. It's a
airsoft.
block of time, right? Ty?
As what? Well, yeah. Well, but it exposes
Some
you to a
have,
different.
well, some have gone into the night, but we've also done day ones, right?
Yes, but I'm just saying the night games offer you a different exposure to an airsoft style of game where
Mhm.
you can have like, it's not your normal style of game, right? So you're going to be able to try different things. The field is going to be completely different. You're going to walk it completely different and stuff like that, which will let you kind of experience and understand what you may be walking into. Is this something that you're going to be into? Are you going to be okay, walking through that, that little grassy field, with a chance of, possibly pulling your ankle because there's holes all over the place and whatnot, stuff like that, because you have to take in consideration that this is a hobby in that aspect. So if you do hurt yourself, right, are you prepared for that kind of thing, right? The other ones would be the ASG mini sims that they have as well. Like Mac was saying, they have some mini day sims and whatnot, as well as mini sort of night sims that expose you to. So that way you're not there for like a full day kind of thing. And then the next step after that would be to start looking for actually some tiered events, right? So like any kind of tier 2 event. I know tier 3 does exist, but it's not really mentioned because it's mostly considered pickup games or games sort of like what ASG hosts. But starting with tier 3, moving on to tier 2 like Crossfire, and then go with the big dogs, American Milsim, Milsim West, Lion Claw, all those guys.
Those guys would be sweet.
Yep. I wish they were up here, but we still have Omega Ops, which is our largest event hosting company here. So look out for them. I know that he's asking for how do you start. Well, same thing, ASG. I don't know if you're playing with friends, but
I would definitely
get them involved too.
Because you need a squad. You need a squad.
You need someone to go with you. They become
pickup games or something you can do by yourself.
That friend becomes a reliability buddy, basically.
Yep. I like that. That system is always a good system.
Yeah, you need battle buddies.
Yeah, battle buddies, so you can snuggle up when you're cold at night.
Yep.
Yes.
Mason, where are you? I'm chilly.
You want me? All right, so it's it for Instagram. Now let's hop into I guess Discord. All right, so here we go. Oh, what is this? Prairie dog. Okay, this is very specific. I don't know why he posted this, but I guess this is something to do with the concession stand. Can you try and convince Elliot to start selling milk to go, specifically classic banana flavor? That's very specific. Classic
only if
banana.
He has chocolate milk as well.
It would be a fine addition to the menu.
I will fight for your rights.
Yes, we will advocate for this.
Represent you and your banana. What was it? Banana what?
Banana. Classic banana flavor.
Banana cream. Okay, I will fight for your banana cream pie, sir.
I will buy him a bunch of that and resell it for $10 each. How about that?
I will make sure you get your I'm done.
He is not the hero you wanted, but he's the hero you got.
Oh,
do you remember when I played in a banana?
Okay, here we go. Retro asks, will we see the return of trenches? I mean, it's there. It hasn't left.
Yeah. Have you not been to the field?
The question would be, when will we see you at the next trenches game?
Did you play the objective? Did you play the objective?
It says capture, but everybody else seems to go away from the objective.
Everyone wants to flank.
Everyone wants to flank.
End camp spawn.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Well, if you're specifically talking about the movies taking over the game area, what is it? End of April? I believe.
Yeah, we are booked up till
there you
April.
Go. All right. Kaz is saying, is there a Milsim planned at Panther this year?
Short answer is no.
Short answer is no, but if you're asking Panther to host it, we are not a hosting company. We are a field. You're going to have to ask ASG or Omega Ops or anyone else who's interested in renting out the field and then running a game either, at a day or at a night. We mentioned it before where if you're an event company, if you want to rent out the entire field, there is a set price for renting out the field, which then you have to pay for staff as well to make sure that everything's safe. And then you run an event and then the players will pay a higher amount to, either pay for the field and then pay for whatever else you're putting into it. That's why ASG runs it at night, is because it's off hours, right? It's a little bit, it's a different sort of game when it comes to that. So that's why ASG took over, running night games or running an event over across the river or something like that, because we trust them. Short answer, no, but you could have all these other event companies run it. Just ask them.
You could definitely
we don't plan.
They're in this Discord.
Yeah, we don't plan any Milsims because we run a regular skirmish airsoft game for public. That is it. Full stop. We're basically off. We're running the field, and we're making sure that there's rentals out there, there's referees out there, there is games that run every 30 minutes to an hour, and that is all we do. Don't expect Milsims from us because that's not what we do. All right, next question here. This is Trasher. Will There be some new game mode types for the upcoming summer. Should we do a how to run a airsoft game segment yet again with our referees? You think?
So
no.
it's all depending, right? I know mask mandates have been changed in other places everywhere except for BC. So it's pretty much a need to know. Like, I would love to go back. I know we talked about it in previous podcast episodes about
Trust the
game modes and
science.
stuff like that. And it came down to wait, we can't because of COVID. So once we
Slowly things are coming back.
yeah, once we get back to a somewhat what we would call normalcy, then 100%, right? Where people aren't afraid to pick up other people's things or pat someone on the back or something like that, then we can move on and get back to playing our normal games, where we can incorporate like the stretcher. I know that was something that I enjoyed
Carry a
because it
player,
was
yeah.
interactive and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we have objectives where only one person gets to touch the ammo box or something like that to carry it to the spawn area or something like that. Yeah, we have specific like
Mhm.
if it was the old times, it would be anybody who could get
Yeah.
into it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And the
First
dead
man.
person could drop it right there, and your teammate can come pick it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But now a referee has to come grab it and put it back. But
Yeah.
so
So we are bounded by the mandates. So hang tight. When it goes away, then we're gonna start.
well, then we'll see game modes that you guys have already seen or we've already done, but we just haven't been able to do it.
Yeah,
so
like medic game modes where you can touch
exactly,
someone. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like those ones are great where you could actually like run a respawn game, but it's like no. You can buddy aid your guy.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. I guess here's another one from Kaz. Are the new buildings staying after the filming is finished? I
it'll
don't.
depend. It
Only
depends. It depends.
I don't
It's
know
a,
what
it's a, bu-
buildings are out there,
it's a
but
bunch of stuff, guys. So we can't really get into it, and we're not even going to talk about it right now. But that question always comes up. It depends. That's the
And-
answer.
yeah, make sure you guys, make sure that you guys follow the rules because the film industry does love to come out here and build us some stuff. So respect them, and yeah, it's just they give us free buildings, guys. That's all. That's all that matters. Right? And we can't talk about it until later. So.
Mhm.
All right. Oh my gosh. Paul has a bunch of questions here. I think this is just
course.
specifically to us. Do we want to speed round this?
Yep. Let's go.
All right. So, Mac, worst airsoft gun owned? 10 seconds.
So fuck. What is it? The ASG M4 Devil.
Okay. Tack, go. Worst,
like
worst airsoft gun owned.
the Lancer Tactical M4 that I owned.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the what is it? The really crappy AK that was the Kalishnikov one. I don't even know what it like. It has his it has his face on it, and it broke down like right away when we first fired it. That one.
Oh,
You know which one?
oh,
You know
yeah,
which one?
I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about.
And the
one in
handle
clutch,
is
yeah,
wood.
Yep.
The handle's
Yeah.
wood.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Worst airsoft experience. Go. Mac, go.
Had bad ones. Fuck, I don't know. Having to stop a fight.
Damn, you took mine.
Ooh.
Pack, go.
My first day at Airsoft.
Ooh, you took that
Yeah.
one from me too. Okay.
Uh,
Both of those are mine. I'm gonna be honest.
Did you
Okay.
stop a fight on your first
Why?
day of Airsoft?
on your
Why?
first day?
Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
But why?
Why?
That was your first day of Airsoft?
No.
Oh
No, as
my
in like
God.
those are my two worst experiences.
That
First
was
day.
a bad
Oh,
day.
Yeah,
That
and
was
then
a really
having to
bad
stop
day.
that fight with Y guy. Okay.
Oh my gosh, why guy?
Paul, why you gotta do this? Best airsoft gun owned. Go, Mac.
My C8 when it's working, and my my Mark 18 build Polar Star.
Hot. Tack, go.
My C8.
Wait, hold on. Do you guys mean to tell me you only have one C8?
No,
Now
no, we
because
both have-
because mine works.
This is mine now.
sometimes I take it.
So Tack goes, my C8. And then Matt goes, our.
I'd be like, what color are we?
For me,
What color are we?
for me, it's gonna be my Wii M4, of course. That's my favorite.
Great. I love it.
Love it.
I love mine, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, and then the other one is gonna be the AEG is gonna be the Maple Armories one. They built a
The
really good gun.
Blackout or the
Yeah,
Marauder?
I don't even know. It's in my container.
Which one do you have? The higher build one or the
The
polymer
higher build one. The higher
Okay,
build.
so
It's
that was
metal.
the Marauder.
I have not. I've Tack, you remember it? I have not. Like, remember we didn't know what it was for the very longest time, and we're like, "What the hell is this? This shoots great."
Mm.
And then eventually I figured out that it was a Maple Armories one, and I'm like, "Oh yeah." And then I haven't opened the gearbox or anything for like the last 2 years. Yep.
Everything's good.
Okay. Oh gosh, best airsoft experience. MSW for me. Go.
MSW.
Yep, same thing.
MSW with the boys.
Yep. All right. Done deal. What do you wish you could tell your past self about airsoft? Don't spend too much, please.
Buy the right stuff first.
Yeah.
Look like trash on your first day.
Okay, we can all agree to that. What do you think airsoft has taught you? The power of friendship.
The power of overwhelming forces and working together in a very
The
short
power
amount
of
of time.
friendship. That's what it is.
No, there is no friendship. I want him to get shot first.
Okay, what about your teammate?
That was my teammate.
Oh, okay. Well, Mac, go. He hasn't
I
learned
don't
anything.
want. I don't want to run with you anymore. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm shocked here. Like this whole time, he's like, Matt, go ahead, take point. Who is this guy? Like, oh my god, Matt, great, I got the door. What? What? What is going on here? Like, this is all making sense. I'm sorry, guys. My whole life is flashing.
It's just flashed before your eyes. Like, that's what he's been doing all these years.
Like, like the one with all the math symbols.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Pat's been doing this my whole life. Like, wow.
Your family, so I always send Pat first.
Yeah, I'm good. Pass that.
You'll pass that question, all right. You haven't learned. Got it.
I've learned lots. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, like buy good gear instead of crap gear. Okay, people always ask me, and I always tell this story, guys. Like, I literally went and dropped like $4,000 just on fucking crap, just all this airsoft crap, and people are like, "Well, where have it?" I have like one shitty Condor, or no, it's not even Condor. It's Raven X. It's like the repro of Condor. So the repro of a
Okay,
repro.
guys.
I don't.
All right, he's officially learned, guys. Buy good gear.
Buy good
Gucci all the way. Got
No, it doesn't have to be Gucci. Just
All right. All right. So Michael here has posted a few questions here, so we'll go through this. How many players are interested and would be interested and would be invested in individuals and squad training sessions through various organizations here on the Lower Mainland? I'm interested because I'm a big USMC fan when it comes to their tactics. I'm actually very interested in picking your brain about how things work because in my old Milsim, Arma Milsim group, and as well as VBS group, virtual battle space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's like the big boy game for the military. I learned a lot of tactics from like Rangers and like Marines and just regular U.S. Army guys, and I find it interesting, there are different nuances of saying things and doing things, and setting up PBs and how to do proper recons. So I would love to pick your brain about the USMC because that's one of those things where I just didn't get to learn it much, and yeah, various organizations like that is great because they operate in such different levels of things. Like in my off time, I read a lot of like military tactics in terms of like different units from around the world and how they do things, and it's strange how they do things, but that's based on their environment. And yeah, I would love to learn stuff. What about you guys? I'm guessing you're not much of the like military tactician like I am.
I'd be down. It's just that for me, for those kinds of things, I'm much more of like a hands-on / one-on-one type of person.
Yeah.
So trying to do it with a group of people might not be the best environment for me because of just how I am as a person with retaining information, which is kind of shitty because in essence that means expensive.
Yeah.
So
One-on-ones are very expensive, I guarantee
yeah,
you.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So there's my pitfall in that. But that's something that would be cool and interesting to use because being able to oversee a battle from a bigger picture will always give you a better advantage on certain situations because it allows you to foresee things ahead of time.
Okay. And
And knowledge is power.
knowledge is power. What about you, Mac?
G.I. Joe.
What about you,
You know
Mac?
what the other half is? Violence. Um. Alrighty. Moving on.
I see what you did there. So no comments on this one, or
No, well, I mean, I don't.
are you the type that will learn things from an instructor, or would you rather do things on your own? And
No, that's not true. Like I will take courses. I will take courses that I'm interested in and stuff like that, and I will.
I know you've been through BCIT like courses and stuff. So
Yep.
is it, do you absorb things, or is it like, do you have like a different learning pattern when it comes
No,
to?
no. I'm more than capable of
Okay.
going with the status quo and stuff like that. But I am a avid self-taught learner. You know, like
Okay.
I do like to go out and try myself. I try and practice things, and you know, I like for myself a lot of my own gun drills and everything like that have just been like, you know, for me scouring the internet, finding stuff that I liked, finding people that I liked listening to, watching and stuff like that, learning from their experience, coming from and I'm not talking I'm just watching some Yahoo on the internet or something. I'm talking like, you know, trained professionals who've put their content out there for people to watch and stuff like that. So, you know, do I have an interest in local training and all that stuff from professionals? Hell yeah. You know, I do have friends that have offered their training and services and stuff like that, and I have taken part in such, you know, and had found it beneficial.
Agreed.
Again,
Agreed.
yeah, again,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot that you can learn with others that you can't learn with your just by yourself, right? So yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. I definitely am a loner that larps in my room by myself a lot, but yeah, I'd like to larp with friends.
Yeah, it's similar to when Jeff came in, the JTF
Yeah, so you
dude.
know exactly. So
Yeah,
yeah, I took
and
all of his
I absorbed that so well.
yeah,
I love
all
it.
those
Yeah.
courses that he gave me, and then I had sorry to everyone who's jealous, but the staff and Poi ourselves and everything, we had a lot more one-on-one time with him as well as some personal you know, sessions and stuff like that. And yeah, he was a really great guy, and I honestly just tried to be a sponge when that guy was talking.
Yeah, experience beats anything else at this point. And yeah, I sat down and listened to everything he said. So yeah, I would be interested if you're offering, Michael. I'm sure you have some.
Oh,
some
Mike's a
things in
badass.
Yeah.
I want to know
Yeah.
what goes on in Mike's. Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to see what makes him tick. All right. He's got another next question here. Is there an interest in squad versus squad leaderboard gameplay? So we did talk about this a while
Team
back.
versus team. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it would be. I would be
It would be
interested.
interesting, but it wouldn't be Panther that would be hosting. Again, bottom line, we are just a field. We have staff that takes care of regular skirmishes, so something like this would be extra. Sort of, you know, I would expect another group to do this and maintain this because this is something that we don't do, and we don't expect our staff to do this. And
We'll televise it though.
yeah, but as far as as far as us, we will, like what you're saying, like we'll advertise it, we'll look at it, just like when ASG did their shooting event, right? We totally just like dove into it, advertise it for them and such. Yeah, we don't mind that. It's just that, you know, squad versus squad, you're gonna have standardized gear for everybody. You know, like rifleman, and then a machine gunner, or, you know, rifleman, SMG, and then a machine gunner. You have to have standardized rules because now you're talking about like
6 mid caps. That's it.
Even playing fields. You know, you can't have a rate of fire of this much. You know,
Well, honestly, I would follow speed QB rules because
Yeah.
honestly, they're the ones that just have it the most standardized right now. So
Yeah.
I would take a bit from them and then modify it to something else
Yeah.
because it's like if you want to take it to squad tactics, okay, it's like, are you going to take it to squad like military tactics or are you going to go speed soft? Because if you go speed soft, technically they're still a squad, they're moving as a unit. A lot of them play from the same, a lot of it stems from speedball in paintball. So if anybody ever played any of that, the field setups with the snakes and the zigzags, Doritos, stuff like that, a lot of that is similar, right? And with the capture the flag in the center aspect as well, right? Like, I mean, it's timed, right? Like,
Yeah, so if you talk about real military tactics, then I would say divide it up into like flag countries. Like if you're gonna have Canadian versus like American or something, make sure they look the part because that would be the extra sort of
mill
point
aspect
system.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you just had everybody just go in, min and max everything, then it's gonna be a speed QB session.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you'd have to differentiate on what you're trying to achieve here, because if you really want to have like an actual squad on squad mill kind of aspect to it, that would be cool. I would love to kind of like see how that would work out. But I know for a factor that the speedy boys, they're popular for a reason, and
That's because they want to win.
well, I mean, it's easy, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is it? Like, yeah, one of the boys just said, what's wrong with speed QB? Nothing's wrong with speed QB, except the way you guys play sometimes. Aggressiveness, assertiveness, and stuff like that are definitely parts of sportsmanship or part of sports play. But sportsmanship is also a really big part of it too, and stuff like that. And trash talking, overshooting, and just being a plain dick. That's way too popular in the speed QB aspect of Airsoft. So anything for an individual to do to tone that down is greatly appreciated. Feathering your trigger like an asshole is not, and I do watch every single one of you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very hard thing to control.
Exactly.
Yeah, something to put on a leaderboard means that you're gonna have a lot of regulations, unfortunately, and that's something that we can't do at Panther because we're not into,
What? You all just use my rental guns. Then it all be same result.
The rate of fire is 1 round per second, so
I can do that. Just crank that motor up.
I was just like gonna say, what kind of gun is that, boy? I'm done.
I don't know. It's like I said, it's gonna be hard to regulate.
It's because it comes down to that aspect of it, is because it's gonna be like, okay, whose rules are we using today?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah. If like I said, Panther won't do it, someone else, go ahead. I mean, you could put a leaderboard up there, just like what
we're
ASG
not an
does.
organizer. We're a location.
Yeah, we're a location. So if you want to organize it, go for it. It's up to you. All right. Not opposed. Another question from Michael here. Not opposing drop-in game play, but would the community be open to more long day objective conquest game modes lasting longer than usually the time limit, or I'm guessing
scenario-based game?
Scenario-based games.
So we have tried that in the past, and the reason that those have become unpopular is because so when you start a game and then the player attrition rate turns really high really fast, because people don't account for the different style of play that you're doing, right? So they need to reload,
they burn out right away,
or they run out of energy and they leave and everything like that. It's hard. So that's why skirmish play is the way that it is and the way it's so popular, because everyone and anyone can kind of benefit from skirmish play. Whereas if you're trying to play like a scenario game, you're usually a player that's going out to find a scenario game. And I'm not expecting to see some speed QB kid at a scenario game, right?
It's a totally different mindset, right? Skirmish versus scenario. In a scenario, you're basically either patrolling or
you're ready for more than just airsoft.
Yeah, like a flashpoint in a scenario game is fun, but that's like the 5 minutes of the hour you're there or something like that. So I mean, that's how real life works. I mean, you're getting ready, you're making sure you're not getting ambushed, or you're setting up an ambush, and then they finally drop in that ambush, and that was like 30 minutes after you set up, right? That's boring for a lot of people. Unfortunately, that's the mindset of skirmish game, and that's what we focus on at Panthers, because that's our clientele right now. If you want to do it yourself, go ahead. You're in the same regulation as renting out the field or half the field or somewhere, and that's gonna be money right there. That will go against our business at that point. But if you want to do it after hours, which is basically after 6 o'clock, just like what ASG does, then feel free to do that too. You just got to talk to Elliot about it. Other than that, we stick to regular gameplays unless you're over the river. And over the other side, then you can set up your own little skirmish game. Again, you're gonna have to ask permission from management at that point. That's what usually other groups do, where they set up on the other side and they do longer skirmish gameplays like ambush or rescue or what is it? They have some popular ones out there on the other side of the river. I haven't been to some of those games, but yeah, I've seen other groups do it, and they usually do it with like less than 20 people. That's the most I've seen. And yeah, that's it right there. I mean, I myself love scenario games. I always LARP and play the most out of it. I love playing objectives. I love setting up FOBs. I love commanding people, and having that mini Milsim experience. But I understand that not a lot of people are into that, so I just have to go with the majority vote here. All right. Next up. Oh, this is a good one. Well, Michael's asking, will Mac and Tactical be trademarked this year? That's a you question, guys. I
don't. We'll get around to it.
don't. So it's been what, like 2 years we've been mentioning it, and you guys haven't done it yet? Come on.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 years of people bugging us to change our actual name to that.
What is the actual name?
The Airsoft Armory Co.
Come on. Come on. Give me. Guys, vote down below. Should they change to Mac and Tactical? It's been 2 years. We've been ragging them for the longest time. Mac and Tactical, thumbs up. No, don't listen to them, guys. Okay.
I will not
Mac and
put
Tactical,
it.
parent company of the Airsoft company.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. Some shell corporation after
Yeah.
shell corporation.
Wait, where are you hiding your taxes? What?
Well, hold on.
Manser Tactical. Chuck, get out. Get out.
what
Get
did he
out.
say?
He said Manser Tactical.
Manser Tactical. Mactor Tactical.
Oh my god.
LLC.
What have you started?
We need a new name, guys. Go.
Maker
Internet,
Tack.
I choose you.
We'll call him Maker Tack.
Okay, so you're asking. Okay, so here's another question for Mike. Will we see more mic'd up sessions this year?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Mike
Yes.
Up is coming.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This summer.
Okay, so it was out of a whim that we did this because I was like, "Hey, we gotta test these out," and these two were going in a game, and I'm like, "Okay, perfect." I was actually gonna ask them to do like interviews or something like that with other people, the boring interviews that the Pan does, but I'm like, "Okay, you guys are going out for a gameplay. Great, we'll mic you up," and then it became that episode, right?
Mhm.
Like we literally had no plan to do this. We just literally just like out of a whim, I'm like, okay, this might work. This is a great way to test out equipment, right? And of course, both of these guys have $300 equipment on their chests, and I'm like, oh god, I hope they
And we were just crawling around in the
Yeah.
mud.
and then I
Wow.
saw Tack, like
Wow,
the
you tell me how much
the
it is
wireless
now.
the wireless unit was dangling while I was filming, like
It was just killing you, wasn't it?
yeah, a little bit. I was dying inside. But hey, we're definitely this was a great experiment. Like what these guys said, it was an experiment, and yes, it was a successful experiment. It is originally going to be something that we would take to like Crossfire or something, because we needed better audio setup, and running around with the wired mic on a phone wasn't really gonna work out very well, and we're gonna be able to capture like the perfect audio. So now with this setup, we're gonna be able to capture the perfect audio without being tethered, to the camera.
Mhm.
And an added benefit of this was that mic'd up session, and yeah, we're gonna do some more. Don't worry, we're gonna do some more. Milsim prep. Why are you going? Not going? Why? I don't know if that's a specific question, but we do talk about Milsim prep all the time, especially when a Milsim comes up. And yeah, we generally do an overview of an event before it happens. So that's something that's not going to stop. We give you the best tips on what to do. I think it's helpful for a lot of new people out there to make sure they get the most up-to-date information on what's happening for a certain event, just like what we did with ASG1 with the op, was it Shanty or op
Op Minerva.
yeah, Minerva. We did both of those as an overview, and it helped a lot of people, although the weather wasn't really cooperating. But hey, at least people came prepared ish. You know, the people that didn't listen weren't prepared and they went home. So there you go. Okay, I think that is it for this um chat here. If there's anyone else at the live chat that wants to ask questions, feel free, because we'll stick around for a bit here, wait for your questionnaire. Other than that, we've answered a lot of questions here. Thank you for the community members for doing that, especially for the ones that are Instagram. It's just hella fun to answer all these questions, and it's always good to look back at some of this, some of the progress we've made so far, and to see that it actually makes a difference for a lot of people. I guess, being, I don't know, are we entertainers, reporters?
Are you
Well,
not entertained?
What's okay? That, like,
What are we to you?
what are we to you? Are we clowns? Are we?
Well, I mean, let me get my clown mask here.
Okay.
Hold on. Just
It's like that mirror.
Yeah,
meme
the
where he's
meme. Yeah.
he's slowly putting
He
on
slowly
clown.
becomes the clown.
Am I a joke to you?
like episode 1, and then all the way up to 77 or 78, and we're just clowns.
Yeah, we are full on clowns.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, let us know what you guys think. What are we to you? Because we want to know, like, are we providing you nice information, good information, entertainment, value content? Like, what are we to you guys? Because for us, we're just talking heads in a screen, or personalities at the field, or we provide you, educational videos, I guess is what you call it. I mean, that's how I feel whenever I do the history segment on some of these stuff that we do podcasts on. Yeah, what are we to you? Because right now I think we're providing some good quality entertainment for you guys. If you guys are still sticking here this long, and yeah, and boy is the teacher. I like I said, I have a teaching background.
He is Airsoft
Yeah,
dad.
I am the airsoft dad. Not old enough for dad, but I mean, I am. Yes, I don't know. Mac is the entertainment. Whoa. And Tack is the tech. Okay. All right.
I like that breakdown.
I'll take that. So I am the teacher, Mac is the entertainment, and Tack is the tech. I think we all agree with that. I'll take that. And yeah, we'll end off this episode here. I don't see any more questionnaires coming up here. So awesome time with you guys. Awesome time with you two, because we don't get a lot.
It's good looking back, man. It's been fun.
It's
Boy,
nice.
like,
It's nice to laugh at ourselves once in a while, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of the stuff that we were clipping of each other there, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for me. This has been another episode of Panther Airsoft Folding Table Talk. Before I end it off, do you guys want to add any statements for the ending here or anything like that before we close it off?
I guess the usual thing that I always say is just, I really appreciate everybody that sits through these things, whatever time of the day that you guys are doing this, whether you are sitting through it with us on the live discussions, or whether you are catching it later on the tube, or, listening to us on Spotify on later on. We're going to keep coming back and doing this. We really enjoy it. There are times where we do feel like we're running out of steam, but I really appreciate all the people that are in our community that
We're doing it for you.
that come up and gas us up. Like, I really, really appreciate that. They tell us that they appreciate it, that they were stuck, they were feeling some certain way, and they were on the fence about some certain thing, and after listening to us talk or coming up and asking us a piece of advice, like, they were able to, make a choice or something like that, or they got this new gun, and they built it this way because of something we said, and it's great to see the impact that we have, and I hope to have a continued positive impact on the community at large, because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, we're all here to play airsoft.
Okay, perfect. And if you're looking to support us or any of that, like, subscribe, and
Share.
share the video. Other than that, I guess I stole your part there, Tack. Sorry,
What?
you're supposed to
No.
say that.
No, not at all. That's all cool.
Okay. All right. So that is it for this segment. Episode 78. This is Q&A with the boys. Yeah, we'll do this again. What, 20 episodes in, or maybe?
Yeah, we'll come back.
if we remember it.
If we remember it.
So,
I said it last time, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally like 50
Yeah.
episodes already.
Yeah.
So
You'll catch us on the next one, everyone.
maybe we'll do it another 50, and it'll be like, episode 420 we do it or something.
Or 2069.
That's a lot.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of weeks. All right. That is it. We'll see you guys on the next one.
All
Say
right,
goodbye,
see you
guys.
guys.